So now I am going to tell you how you should write a correct notice. Okay, notice comes in section B. Already I have told you in my video, and it has 4 marks. Okay, its question contains 4 marks. 1 mark for format, 1 mark, and 2 marks for its content, means whatever you have written, what, when, where, etc. And for total presentation means grammatical mistakes, or you have to avoid grammatical mistakes. Tense must be correct, means overall presentation also have 1 marks. So total 4 marks. Okay, so first of all you should draw one box, 3-side box. Okay, you should not close this box from the bottom, because sometimes you need more lines, and in that condition what you do, you start to erase, or you start to cut this line, bottom line, or you start to use the whitener. It does not look nice. So better first of all you should draw 3-side box. Okay, already I have written all the points, so the video should not go so long. Okay, first of all we will write name of the institution. Institution means the name of the school, college, company, or any other institution. Okay, first of all name of the institution will come. In the next line we will write down notice. Then heading will come. Heading means the correct, appropriate, or the suitable heading should be here. It should match to the content of the notice. Okay, all these 3 will be in capital letters. Be very careful that all these 3 will be in capital letter. Okay, after this we will write the date. Date you can write here and you can write here also, but I advise the children to write the date here. Okay, and then after leaving 1 or 2 lines we start the body of the notice. In body of the notice what we will write? We will write what, means about what we are giving the information. Suppose we are talking about the dance competition, singing competition, or debate, something like that. So we have to inform the people, or the students, or the workers, or the candidates what is going to take place. Second thing, we have to write down when means date and timings you will have to write down. And then comes where, means where this event will take place. So in this way a notice must have what, when, and where. Okay, then here in the last we write the name, means we also mention the person to whom the willing student or the willing candidate should contact. Okay, it depends on the notice. At last we write down SD. SD means sign of the person who has issued this notice. And designation, D for designation. Designation means post, means who is this person. Suppose I am writing here M.L. Sharma, and who is this M.L. Sharma? So here I will write principal of this school, means the designation of Mr. M.L. Sharma is principal of the school. So again, S for sign, D for designation, means the post of the person who has issued this notice. So in this way a notice must have all these things. Okay, then after completing the notice, after 2 or 3 lines we will close the box. And as I have explained you, according to this you should keep some points in your mind. Means I have told you that always notice must be always in a box. So already I have told you its word limit is 50 words. You should not exceed the word limit. For example, if you think that you should write some more sentences, so there are the chances of committing mistakes. And second thing, because the content has 2 marks, so there are 1 marks for format, 1 marks for total presentation. So the examiner is not going to give you more marks. Rather, if you are going to exceed the limit, word limit, your marks will be deducted. So you have to be very careful about the word limit. Okay, and then no use of first and second person. First and second person means, first person means I and we, second person means you. So we should not use first person or second person while writing the notice. For example, you should not write down all the students you are informed. So you word should not be used. Okay, neither you should use we are going to. So you should not write we. because these are the first person and second person. Means that a notice always should be in third person. Okay. Then no use of please and sorry. You should not write down please word. Suppose please you should come or sorry to inform you. Such kind of word cannot be written. Okay. You should not use such words in the notice. And then one more thing, that a notice always must be complete. Suppose if a notice is not complete, it is having incomplete information, it will create chaos or problem for the reader. For example, if you are going to write a notice about a tour, suppose you have written all the students are informed that the school is going to take a tour, willing students should contact. Then the problem will, students will start to think where the tour is going, what is the duration of the tour, how much money is going to be charged. So in this way, so many questions will be in the mind of the student. So when you are going to write any notice, you must be very careful that the notice must have all the necessary information. Okay. And then it must have an attractive and relevant heading. Means the heading must be always related to the topic. Okay. And I am going to explain you some rules related to the heading. So heading must look like a heading. It should not look like a sentence. Okay. Or a paragraph or two sentences. So in case of any competition, suppose you are going to write any notice about any competition, easily you should write the name of the competition itself. Means you can write the name. For example, singing competition, dance competition, Hindi debate competition, in this way. Okay, so you can use the name